Tonight, Tucson continues to grieve the tragic loss of 3 University of Arizona students killed last week after a hit-and-run crash. And this, as many students asked the N4 Tucson investigators to look into improving safety at the crosswalk where that crash happened. The victims are 21-year-old Sofia Trotel, 22-year-old Josiah Santos, and 21-year-old Katia Castillo Mendoza. Tucson police have arrested 19-year-old Louis John Artol, and he is charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder and 1 count for leaving the scene of a crash. Police say he was impaired at the time.
Okay, so now a group of students want to see major changes at the crosswalk where that crash happened. There's a closer look at the map right there. This is 2nd Street and Euclid near University Avenue, and that's where we find our N4 Tucson's chief investigative reporter, Chorus Nylander, with the latest. Chorus.
Yeah, well, Monica, first off, we continue to see this memorial here just over my shoulder continue to grow. I've seen several folks out here stop, take a moment. Some decided to pray, paid their respects, but they want to see change out here. A large group of students and one of the mothers of one of the victims is calling on city leaders to try and do what they can to make a safer crosswalk here.
And he was a beautiful soul. And so were all 3 of these people.
Elijah Thumb mourns the tragic death of his dear friend Josiah Santos, as well as Santos's girlfriend Sofia Trotel and Katia Castillo Mendoza. All 3 U of A students tragically killed after being struck by a car here at this crosswalk Thursday night.
They were innocent lives taken way too soon from this civil engineering nightmare that we stand in front of.
Tucson police say 19-year-old Luis John Artel turned himself in after leaving the scene and was impaired at the time. Thumb and many others believe that this crosswalk is not safe and poorly lit at night.
We just really would like something done about this intersection. It's not the first time that an incident's happened, but it's definitely one of the worst that we've seen in a long time.
Fallon Odo helped start a Change.org petition to demand the city place a so-called hawk crossing here, which looks like this crossing you've probably seen before, where there are clear traffic lights to alert traffic to stop and allow a pedestrian to cross. The petition has gained over 8,500 signatures.
By implementing another one of the over 130 hawk crossing stations that are in the city, it would make a tremendous difference.
In a letter to N4 Tucson, Josiah's mother, Hope Santos, stated in part, quote, "This is about a community that has cried out for safety in this area, a community that has lost too much too often to preventable tragedy. We call on city leaders to act now before more families suffer."
Of course we should look at that. Of course we should. We have to, God, learn anything we can from the tragedy.
Karen Ulick represents this area on Tucson City Council. She says she believes given the high amount of traffic with the university nearby, a hawk crossing may be a solution. There are several on Euclid already, though. They try to avoid too many stops for traffic, but these circumstances, she says, may demand an unusual response.
If we can avert tragedies like this, we should go above and beyond.
The City Department of Transportation says between 2020 to 2024, there has only been a minor bicycle crash at this crossing, but given this most recent tragedy, we'll start adding a new signal at the intersection.
I wish I could speak to him.
For Thumb, fixing this problem has become his mission.
This is some fire and some fuel that I will use for the rest of my life. Because Josiah Santos was my friend.
And City Councilwoman Ulick tells me that she plans to bring up this issue of improving safety here at this crossing at the next City Council meeting, November 18th. Either way, the City Department of Transportation and Mobility says that it will expedite all previous plans to put improvements on crossings in this area. They're going to expedite putting one here at the 2nd Street crossing. They tell us that those improvements should be done by the spring of 2026. There may be more that needs to be done that can be taken up at that City Council meeting. We'll keep you updated. We're live tonight from Midtown. Chorus Nylander, N4 Tucson.
All right, Chorus, thank you for that. You can read the Department of Transportation's full statement and plan over on our website at KVOA.com.